For number 89, I decided to do this one for my vid 2.4 video. As you can see in number 9, a different species of cockroach has weights that are approximately normally distributed with a mean of 50 grams. And after measuring the weights of many of these cockroaches, a lab assistant reports that 14% of the cockroaches, so let's go ahead and underline our important stuff, mean of 50 grams, and 14% of the cockroaches weigh more than 55 grams. Based on this report, what is the approximate standard deviation of the weight of the cockroaches? For these species of cockroaches, excuse me. So essentially here, what you need to have here is your standard deviation, which is your variable. You have your mean, which is indicated is 50 grams, and then your initial point will be, actually here would probably be, the value that you have here is 55, and then, and then the area you have here, because the 40% of the cockroaches weigh more than 55 grams, you're looking for the rest of the area, which will be area will equal to 0.86. And through this, you can go into your calculator and go for inverse norms of, let's go ahead and put in our calculator right now, inverse norms of 0.86, which will be your lower limit. And then you can put in, and then due to the fact that you don't have your standard deviation, you're allowed to assume that for your mean is here for the inverse norms is going to be 0. And then you're going to have a standard deviation of 1, just for the calculations, which will give you your z-score of 1.08. And then with your z-score, you can go to the other equation, which is the value minus the mean all over the standard deviation, which is equal to z-score. And then, since you now have your z-score, you have your mean, and you have your value, you can plug in to get 55 minus 50 over SD, which is equal to 1.08. And then from here you can do some basic algebra, which will give you 1.08 SD is equal to 5. And then that'll result in your standard deviation being 5 divided by 1.08, which will result in your standard deviation being equal to 4.63, which is shown as one of the answer responses of choice A. So that is how you get the answer for number 89 of 2.4. Thank you for listening.